Kathy.
Well, good morning. This is what we're seeing here in East Houston. You can see people are walking out of this neighborhood. The water now is waist deep. Some of them are coming out in rafts. We were here when we arrived. There was a boat bringing out an elderly woman. She was coming out. It's just this neighborhood is just full of water right now. We're here on Maxey and Fleming Drive, where this has been a really hot spot for flooding in recent months, in recent years. Damikia is here now, and she actually came out of her apartment. She's pregnant. Tell us what you experienced.
I was asleep and my phone kept saying ambulance, but I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. When around 4:30 in the morning, someone was beating on my door and beating on my window. And when I woke up, my air mattress started sliding. Like I just moved in my apartment 2 days ago. So when I opened the door, more water rushed in. And all of my stuff flew out, and like it just kept coming in. So I shut the door back, and I was like, I gotta get out. I can't just stay in here. And I started picking up what I could and throwing it to the top of the closet. And I grabbed my wallet and my backpack, and I left. I don't know what to do. I don't have much family out here that I can call, but it hurt. It hurt. It really do. It's my first apartment. I'm only 18, so. And I have a 2-year-old, and I'm pregnant, so.
Where's your 2-year-old now?
She's with her dad on the southeast side of Houston, but I haven't gotten in contact with them. And she was supposed to move in with me next week. And
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but you're out, you're alive, and your daughter's okay. Do you know what happens next? Do you know what you're going to do next?
I know my car is flooded. I paid cash for it about a few months ago. I know my car is underwater. It's a small Honda. I know it's underwater. It's done for. It's just, it's so hard. Like, I work 2 full-time jobs, so I was able to move in, but I just wasted $1,200 moving in and for the flood right when I move in.
And your car as well.
If nobody wouldn't have beat me down, I would have been in there asleep in that water. If nobody wouldn't have beat the door down. They was beating. They didn't speak English. All I heard was screaming and beating. And when I opened it, more water just rushed in. And they're like, you gotta get out, you gotta get out. And I was really asleep. Like, I was asleep. And I wouldn't have knew.
How did you get out? I mean, did you walk out? Were you on a boat?
I walked out. The water was up to here. I walked out, and I was just like screaming. I seen somebody. They tried to put us on air mattresses. It didn't work. They had to put the babies on air mattresses. People were carrying babies on their shoulders. All I could grab was my wallet and my phone. That's all I knew to grab. I didn't know to grab nothing else. I seen someone with a raft, and they were like, are you pregnant? And I was like, yes. And they put me in a raft, and they dragged me down. And I just was walking. I don't have no shoes on. My shoes that I did have, they're like soaked. My clothes floated out the apartment. It's just everything. It's like I just lost everything, and I keep working so hard to get it, and I keep losing it. But it's a natural disaster, so I can't fault nobody for this but myself. It's natural, you know. But I don't know what's next.
Damikia, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but we're all here for you. We're all here for you. And I do want to note as well that the Coast Guard actually is just flying around in this area. If you can see, these volunteers actually have been helping to get people out of this neighborhood. They actually tell us that a woman is in labor. Her water broke and she's in labor, and she is stuck in her home back in this neighborhood. You can see the Coast Guard is just searching around now, and this is the man that was helping. Can you tell us a little bit about what the conditions are like back there?
All I can say is a lot of cars are flooded, a lot of apartments are flooded, and everybody's asking us questions, me and my partner right here, like, how long is it for help to come? All we could just tell them to remain calm. We're trying to help y'all one by one. If the police can't help y'all, we're here to help y'all. And like I said, my partner helped, we call it, some people get out. I've been helping people to come over here with an air mattress and everything. So like I said, all we can do is just have everybody stay safe and try to stay out the water for the most part, because we have seen snakes in the water and swamp rats last night.
And you live back here as well. How does your own house look?
My house is almost underwater. Like I said, I have a mother who's handicapped in that apartment, and she's still in there. Like I said, right now I got nieces and nephews who's still in there. All my vehicles already in water. But like I said, I'm not really worrying about everything. Everything can get repaired. It's just my family I'm trying to get out the most.
And you're trying to get other neighbors out too.
Yeah.
What makes you do that?
Well, it's just why I was raised up. Everybody comes before me. Like I said, I've been living in this neighborhood almost for 21 years. Oh, go get her. I've been living in this neighborhood for almost 21 years, and I love this neighborhood so much. Like I said, this is my home, and I would do anything to help out my neighborhood. Like I said, that's why I built this own crew called Snake Eyes, and he's one of my members that help us do stuff like this for the community.
And in that area where the Coast Guard, we believe, just went in, is that where that woman is that is in labor now?
No, she's in the Timber Ridge apartment at the very front, in apartment 2109. And we caught it. They were flagging us down. We're about to come back out to see if we can help any more people out. But as they flagged us down, we ran in, and that's when they said the lady was already in labor. And she's ready. My partner checked her and everything. She's 2 centimeters about to be due. Yeah.
So who is going to get her? Are paramedics headed in?
Well, Houston, we're just talking to the Houston police. The police said what address what apartment number she's in, so they can park their truck down the road and they can ride the boat in there so they can get her out first since she's about to be due.
Thank you so much. You can hear that now. It's neighbors helping neighbors, everybody just trying to make sure their family and friends and other community members here make it out safely. As we could see just a few seconds ago, the Coast Guard appeared like it was coming down in this neighborhood. We'll work on getting information about that. But if you take a look back over here, you can still see that people are going back into that neighborhood, possibly gathering more belongings. Hopefully, they're going to get people and bring them out to safety, because at this point you can hear belongings, they're just stuff. It's more important that we get the people out here and we get them out safely. So here it's a very dangerous situation, as you heard as well. He said there was snakes in the water, and just a very heartbreaking situation to talk to these families here, to talk to this woman here who is in tears now, and it can it really breaks your heart, because everyone here, everyone works so hard for what they have, and to see it underwater like that is very, very difficult. But we're of course going to continue to follow this situation out here. We do know there's actually a shelter. Red Cross opened a shelter here in this area. Hopefully families can get shelter there in the meantime, while all this water is just in their neighborhood. Guys, back to you.
Hey, Kathy, be sure if you see that young lady on the way out, make sure you tell her it's not her fault, that she couldn't have predicted this and she couldn't have stopped it, and nobody could, that we're all just trying to do the bit. Just make sure you talk to her on the way out, because I hate to have someone leaving with that feeling that somehow it's their fault.
No, unfortunately these things happen, but it's so hard when you hear from these families that are, just feeling like they're getting on their feet and they've got their own apartment and they've got their own things, and then it's a tremendous setback. Oh. It is a tremendous setback, and hopefully she gets connected with the right resources between FEMA and eventually an American Red Cross, and really
resources will be there. They are
get her back up on her feet. Yeah, definitely.